Dan Hooker versus Jalin Turner takes place this weekend on the main card of UFC 290. Volkanovski versus Rodriguez. And I'm going to give this one some shine. This is a pretty big matchup in the lightweight division. You got Jalin Turner coming off a loss right now, actually, to Mateus Gamrot in a pretty controversial decision where it could have arguably went either way. But it was arguably 2-1 either way. I think one of the judges had 3-0 Gamrot, which was crazy. But that fight's 2-1 either way. You choose. Turner dropped him in 2 of the rounds, but Gamrot had control. And it was kind of off-balance knockdowns. Either way, though, it's one of those fights where it can go either way. I had it Gamrot watching it live, but watching it back, I don't really know. It could have went either way, though. And Turner showed up in that fight. You know, Gamrot, I get it, took on short notice. But Turner did show up in that fight. And he did show pretty good takedown defense. He was pretty strong. And he was training for Dan Hooker. Of course, this one getting rescheduled and rebooked for this date. I am going to go Jalin Turner here, getting a quick, easy KO in the first round. I think he's going to get it done. I know a lot of people are saying second round. I think this will be a walk in the park here for Jalin Turner. I think the UFC knows what they have done. They're going to use that Gamrot fight as like, oh, but he was training for Hooker. You know, he was training for Dan Hooker. And, Gamrot stepped in, and Turner still won that fight. UFC will probably use that as their, excuse for Turner losing. But he's back here on the main card with Dan Hooker. And I do believe this will be a good one here for Jalin Turner. Jalin Turner is a very good fighter. You gotta look, against Gamrot, he was training for Dan Hooker. He was training for Hooker, a striker, and he went in there. I thought Gamrot was going to run through him with the grappling. So we've seen before Matt Vola can out-grapple him quite easily. But Turner actually hanged and arguably should have won. Overall, Gamrot should have arguably won the fight, but Turner dropped him twice. Off balance or not, though, I'm fine with the decision. Personally, I don't mind it. But, Turner did very well in that fight. I don't think Dan Hooker really stands a chance here. I really don't. They were supposed to fight back in March. Hooker's coming off a broken hand. So, the Hooker have a chance of getting a KO here. That's really unlikely. Just a one punch out of nowhere. I don't see it. Turner's rangy. He's got pop in his shots. It's like Kevin Holland, with the range, with the power. It's like little freaking cannon. The cannons at the end of his hands, at the 1-2. You think it's gonna be pillows? It's cannonballs, or bombs, and down goes your opponent. I think Turner's going to get it done. I think the range will be bad for Dan Hooker. I know his team has said, Eugene Behrman have said he's grappling for this fight. When has Dan Hooker out-grappled someone? There's no way he's going to be doing better than Gamrot. That's for sure. So, good luck there, to be honest. Good luck there. There's no way he's going to be doing better than Mateus Gamrot. Lots of medals in wrestling. He's a good wrestler. Maybe not control-wise, but he can't, he lashed up a Kimura on Jeremy Stevens. Easy. So, I don't see it working there. I know he out-grappled Nasrat, but that's Nasrat's weakness. Nasrat's overall a boxer. Nasrat won't latch up Darson Anacondas like Jalin Turner. The tarantula himself. He won't do that. I think you gotta go for Jalin Turner. I think he'll get it done here. Yeah. I think you'll get it done here. Jalin Turner beat Claudio Puelles. A fight he was supposed to win, first off, and he did win. But, when Puelles is doing I know it's a leg lock, and you do have to be aware of it, But fucking Turner, if Turner was in that situation, I think he would just KO Puelles. But Hooker struggled to do anything. He was just defensive the whole time. I get you kind of have to be defensive, but why not land like a big shot right on Puelles? Right when he resets to his back, bang. Plant a big shot. You know? Just land one. If he goes out cold, great. If he doesn't, land another one. But Hooker in that fight just looked so aware, like defensive, and eventually he landed a body kick in round number 2. But against Jalin, cuts down the featherweight, gets fucking destroyed immediately. You know? I don't like that look. I don't like it at all. I think Dan Hooker used up all his toughness points against Dustin Poirier. Personally, I think he used all of it there. Then Chandler came in and just dusted him up early in the first. That his only good win is Nasrat, and he did grapple in that fight. I don't see him out grappling Jalin. Gamrot struggled. I know it was a short notice Gamrot. Why was it short notice? Why did Gamrot even fight him? Because Dan Hooker pulled out in the originally. That's why. So Hooker's come off a hand injury. His only success here is he needs to wrestle, and if it works, all good to Dan Hooker. He's a beast. Good for him. He's right back in the mix, but I don't see it. He fought Puelles, who even before facing Hooker was kind of like ready to be exposed. So Hooker kind of got himself a gimme fight whilst the hype got on the rise. Because Puelles beat Clay Guida, who's old, went to a competitive fight against Chris Gruschmacher until getting the sub, arguably losing that fight as well. I got him winning this one. I do. I think Turner will win. I think he'll get it done. He beat Brad Riddell easily, rocked him on the feet. And Hooker, he can leave his head. Look, Hooker has a long neck. And he can just get subbed here with a guillotine. You know, a mounted guillotine. Malarkey just dusting him up badly as well. Like, notice these guys. Kiwis. These guys are Kiwis. All of them. Absolute Kiwis. All of these guys. And Dan Hooker, well, you know it. He's a Kiwi as well. So Turner's taking out the Kiwis. And Joshua Kleebow as well he beat. And Callum Potter. He beat Callum Potter as well. He beat Joshua Kleebow. And Riddell Malarkey. And he beat Uros Medic. I think he gets it done. I think he will. And Turner wasn't preparing for Gamrot. I think if Turner and Gamrot fully prepared for each other, full camp, Turner wins. Just it was short notice also for Turner because he was training for Hooker. You know, if Turner was training, let's say, for Armin Sarukian or Demir Zmagulov or Grant Dawson, then he'd probably win. But he was training for Dan Hooker, a striker who mixes in some grappling here and there. Not too good grappling. I got Jalin Turner winning this one. Either he rocks Dan Hooker, beats him up against the cage like he did to Malarkey, or just rocks him and goes for that guillotine. What should I predict? I'm gonna pick a TKO. Yeah, because Hooker, he can get hit. The Jalin fight's just a huge red flag for me. I know he cut down there, but stupid decision making. I can't pick him to win. But yeah, but the winner of this one, I guess, versus Grant Dawson. Why not? Straight up. Because Turner already kind of had his jump up against Gamrot. I know it was not the best circumstances there, but still, he kind of already had his jump up. So do the winner of this one versus Dawson. And yeah, Dawson's number 10. Turner's number 11. Hooker's number 12. They'll be right beside each other in the rankings. And it's above the rankings as well. Dawson's number 10. So do that fight. Winner of this versus Dawson. Either way, fun matchups. Turner or Dawson would prove if Dawson's stand-ups improved or if Turner's takedown defense is improved. Good enough to beat Dawson, who just destroyed Demir Zmagulov. And Hooker Dawson, also a great scrap. Yeah, like, subscribe. Thank you for watching. I got Jalin Turner winning. Yeah, peace.